welcome to Starlight Lady Astrology channel. In this video, we're gonna discuss about past life connection with your spouse. But before we start, please subscribe my channel and follow me on Instagram as well. And we have very successfully completed our Planets as Atmakarka series, and tomorrow we'll start a new series. If you wanna suggest me any series that I should start on this channel, so please comment below and I will definitely see through it. So let's restart. So past life karmic connection means that your spouse is coming from your past life in this life to pay something to you or to take something from you. But here we need to understand it on a spiritual sense as well. See, whoever is coming in your life is from your past life as well. See, my videos are totally not only about astrology, but also I include spirituality in my videos because I feel that as much as you need to learn astrology, you also need to learn spirituality. Astrology and spirituality should go hand in hand. And without spirituality, astrological knowledge won't help. So that's why. Now one thing that we need to understand here is that everyone who is coming in your life is from your past life. No one comes in our life without any past life connection. Our mother, our father, brother, sisters, everyone is from your past life. And I'm not saying it without any proof or without my own experience. I have in my own life seen this thing, that how everyone in your life comes from your past life. So this is the thing that we need to understand. So that's why definitely your spouse will be from your past life, and it's not necessary that from your recent past life. Your spouse can from your any past life, it doesn't matter. Can be from before 10 lives. One lady had a husband, and in past life regression therapy, it was found out that her husband is from her past life 10 lives before. They were in a relationship, but they didn't get married. So this is the thing that we need to see here. Now here two things comes. First thing is a very deep karmic connection, and other is just like that, only a small karmic connection. When you are very deeply influenced by your marriage, your relationship, or your spouse, that your whole life changes, and that one person influences you so much that you forget everything else in your life, and that person becomes very important for you, then we can say that this person is definitely from your past life, and you both are not only related in this life, but somewhere you both are related in your past life as well. And if your relationship is like that, only not very much influence with each other, you both stay separate, or you're not very much caring about each other. There are many relationships where both the husband and wife, they are not very much caring about each other. So in that case, we can say that maybe in your past life you were it's just like that, only that connection is not very prominent. Maybe a very small karmic connection between you both. So now in this video we're going to talk about very deep karmic connection. How to see there is a very deep karmic connection between you and your spouse. So first thing for this, we need to say Rahu and Ketu, because Rahu and Ketu are the grahas that influence our lives to a very great extent, and these are the binding factors to our past life. They bind us with our past life. Rahu and Ketu remembers everything about us, what we were in our past life, and Rahu is only the reason of our birth in our life. Rahu is desire, and Rahu is obsession. Rahu tells why we are born in this world. So Rahu and Ketu are very important if we want to know about our past life karmic connection with our spouse. So if especially in your Navamsha chart, if Rahu and Ketu sits in your first or seventh axis, then we can say that you and your spouse have a very deep karmic connection between you both. And if Rahu and Ketu are there in first seven axis in Navamsha, then there is no need to say anything else, because Rahu and Ketu prove it very perfectly that you have a very deep karmic connection with your spouse. Not only Navamsha but yes, in birth chart as well, it shows that there is a very deep past life karmic connection. Not only in your first seven axis, if Rahu and Ketu are conjunct or are aspecting your seventh lord or your seventh house, then also we can say there is a past life karmic connection, and you both are not only from this life but you have been together in your past lives as well. So Rahu and Ketu are very important. And also if your seventh lord falls in the nakshatra of Rahu and Ketu, then also it shows past life karmic connection. If Venus is also conjunct with Rahu or Ketu or in their nakshatra, then also there is past life karmic connection. If Rahu is in your 5th house, Ketu is your 11th house, then also there is a past life karmic connection. If your 7th lord goes in 6th house, then it means that in this life you will serve your spouse. In this life you are here to serve your spouse because you have to pay something to your spouse in this life. It shows in your past life you had taken something from your spouse. It really doesn't mean that in your past life you were both husband and wife. It can be maybe you were friends or maybe you were enemies. So it's quite possible. Because our relationship is only of this world, and when we go and take another life, then relationship changes as well. No one is your mother or father or brother or sister. Everyone is your family in this life only. When we take birth, relationships also take birth, and when we die, relationships also die. So this is the thing. So it's quite possible that maybe in your past life your spouse was your enemy or your friend, especially can be your enemy. Then comes Saturn. Saturn is a planet that pays you the karma that you really deserve. Saturn is the ruler of all the karma. Saturn's job is only to give you what you actually deserve. So if your 7th lord goes in the nakshatra of Saturn or is highly influenced by Saturn, or Saturn is aspecting your 7th lord or 7th house, or is conjunct or is present in your 7th house, then we can say that you both have a past life karmic connection and you both are here to pay something to each other. So this is the thing how we have to say here about past life karmic connection, especially if all these are present in your Navamsha chart. Now also Venus in Purvabhadra Nakshatra, Venus in Ardra Nakshatra, Venus in Anuradha Nakshatra, and all these nakshatras, Magha Nakshatras, and also Uttarabhadrapada Nakshatra, all in Stormy Nakshatras, as well as all Ketu and Rahu Nakshatras, Saturn's Nakshatra. Stormy Nakshatra, Rahu Ketu Nakshatra, and Saturn's Nakshatra will tell that if your spouse is from your past life or not. These are, these stormy nakshatras are very spiritual and very much connecting to our past lives. So if seventh lord goes in these nakshatras, then we can be very sure about a very deep karmic connection with our spouse. Another thing that we need to see here is that if your seventh lord goes in your 11th house, then also it shows that you have past life karmic connection where your spouse will pay you something in this life. Your spouse had taken something from you in your past life, and in this life your spouse is gonna pay you for whatever you're in respect of money, basically. So your spouse will pay you something in this life. So what we saw here, Rahu Ketu, Saturn, and seventh lord. And one more thing is that if your seventh lord is retrograde, or is with retrograde Saturn, or retrograde Saturn is highly influencing your seventh house, seventh lord, then also we can say that there is a very prominent past life connection with you and our spouse. Retrograde means going back in your past life, going back. So if your seventh lord is retrograde, it shows that you are here to fulfill any unfulfilled karma from your past life. And it also shows that there is some negative karma as well, because some karma that you and your spouse wanted to fulfill in your past life, but you were not able to fulfill because of something. So if it's retrograde, then we are very 100% sure, and it shows that something from your past life will repeat again. Maybe you are getting, if your seventh lord is afflicted and it's also retrograde, it shows that you are getting a new chance in this life to mend the mistakes you did in your past life. So you should not miss that chance. And always be very truthful, honest to your spouse in every possible way. So these are the things that we need to see here. Retrograde, Rahu and Ketu in first 7 axis, or Saturn influencing your seventh lord, 7th house, your seventh lord in your Rahu Ketu nakshatra or Saturn's nakshatra very prominently show that in your past life you and your spouse were connected to each other karmically, and in your this life you are coming to pay off something together. So now I will end this video. If you have any questions, so please post below. I reply all the comments that I get. I don't miss any kind of comment. Now we probably know how to see past life connection from your birth chart with your spouse. Rahu Ketu, Saturn's Rahu Ketu nakshatra. And one more thing, if many planets are influencing your 7th lord, 7th house in both birth chart and Navamsha chart, then we can also say that you and your spouse both have past life connection together, a karmic connection. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.